can't stand no basic. I can't stand no basic.
Hey everybody, Jonathan with Airsoftology here, and this is my tactical gearheads. All right, so this is my primary gun. It's based on an HK 416 platform, and this is actually an older model. This is actually 2011, so it's seen quite a few upgrades to bring it back to the 2016 version under the hood that it is now, including the addition of a Mosfet that I threw in there to kind of up the trigger response. Externally, I've added a lot of things to this as well, as you can tell. Starting at the end, I have a PTS Suppressor down here. It's the Mark 18 version, quick detach, with the PTS Battle Comp flash hider underneath that. Moving on down the rail, I do have a Geissele style rail here on the front. It was a pain to install, but it's definitely worth it because it changes the look of the 416 and lightens the front up a bit. Moving on, I have a PEQ box here made by Bravo. It's green laser plus white light, so I can actually aim during dark, and the filters are infrared, so if I'm running my night vision, I can actually get the target during low light. And during low light as well, I do have a Surefire X300 Ultra here on the side to really pump out some bright lights to trace my BBs in and move through those dark rooms. For my optics, I have an EOTech G33 setup, so I actually have the hollow sight here on the front and then a flip-to-side magnifier here on the back. The reason I went with this is sometimes I find myself in CQB environments and I can move it out of the way and get those up-close shots, but sometimes I'm a little farther away and I need to flip it back to be able to see if my BBs are getting on target. And for backup, in case this thing does go down, I do have iron sights, and I did go with the M27 iron sights. I moved them off my M27 rather than the standard HK 416 sights. Rounding it on out on the grip, I have a PTS ERG and then a Magpul Stock here on the back for comfort and to kind of round out that whole style of the modern 416. And to keep it in place and for maneuverability, I have a Blue Force Gear padded sling that's quickly adjustable so I can actually run it out if I need to get on it, or if I want to cinch it back up between battles, I can drop it down to my side. So for my secondary, I'm running a CZ P09 by ASG, and the reason I like this pistol, one, you do get a ton of real space and a threaded barrel if you want to put like a suppressor on, especially a tracer suppressor, which is kind of one of my new things I'm enjoying, but also you get dual power. You can choose green gas, or like I have here, the CO2. So if you want to shoot a little closer to like 400 feet per second or here under, you can go with this option, but if your field or the event allows a lower limit for pistols, you can switch to green gas and get the thing down to 330. Also, to make this a bit of my own, I've added a custom Talon Grip. Now these are pretty cool, they're really affordable, and they work with real guns. And because airsoft pistols are pretty much one-to-one counterparts of the real thing, you can put them on most guns, and the P09 here is no exception. It adds like this really aggressive kind of sandpaper type feeling, so it's like Velcro to your hands, so you don't have to worry about dropping your pistol as much if you're hot and sweaty and you're really trying to squeeze off that critical shot under stress. So up top, I'm running a Cry airframe replica, and I like this helmet. It's lightweight, and I'm going with the Dragon Red one because it's a size large, which are kind of tough to find. What I did do to change it up though, because I do run GoPros and night vision at night, is I swapped out to a real Wilcox mount here on the front, just so that night vision stays put, and then added the Velcro, so of course I can put my patches and all the such on. And including that is in the back, I actually have a GoPro battery pouch back there. It's from Milsim West, and it holds over a 10,000 milliamp battery, so I can run my GoPro all day long and not have to worry about changing those out. On the side, I do have an extra flashlight here because you never know when you need flashlights and you can never have enough. This one does go from red to white to infrared. So again, if I'm running night vision, I can switch it to IR, or if I'm dead, I can switch it over to red so I don't get shot on the way back to respawn. Moving on down my gear, I'm running an LBT 6094 plate carrier with, of course, fake plates in it, because let's face it, you don't need real plates in airsoft. On the front, I did add a shingle here for 3 mags. Even though I do have the kangaroo insert, I prefer the shingle on the outside for my 3 primaries. If I'm in a big op, I'll run all 6, plus the mag here on the side, which is a S-Tac Kiwi mag. And moving over on this side, I do have a grenade pouch. It has a Enola Gay Large, the EG-18 smoke grenade in here, which are critical. I've started using these things this year, and they are so important to move around on the battlefield effectively and put that cover out that you need. And then a GP pouch to keep snacks and, you know, all the goodies, and a small repair kit. So usually it's like an Allen wrench and a little multi-tool just in case something goes down on the battlefield. For communications, I do have a Baofeng radio tucked in here in my cummerbund, running up to a Code Red headset Signal 21 speaker mic. I use this for actually the big games, so you can actually hear the communications, and it's easier for me to get to, a little less cumbersome than having to run a headset. And to get the extra range, I've actually kind of put together a little hodgepodge antenna back here using a real MBITR antenna and a real extension cable to work with the Baofeng. Rounding at the back, I have an LBX mini map in Coyote, and I keep my hydro bladder in there, as well as some extra things, including mags, overflow smoke grenades, and sometimes a tornado grenade or two. And then for my teammates, I have a Blue Force Gear tourniquet now pouch, but it works perfectly with the Enola Gay smaller smokes, so I can have that on the back ready for a teammate in case we're gonna go breach a room. And sometimes I do add an extra mag pouch back there if we're gonna really be doing some serious direct action missions. Moving down to my waistline, I have a Ronin Tactics gunfighter belt, and on there I actually have a few extra pouches just to kind of cover the extras in case I run out. Extra primary mag pouch, my extra pistol mag pouch, a medic pouch there on the back, and then of course a dump pouch to put my spent magazines in. And then I am running a Blade Tech holster for that CZP-09, and it's the level 2 WRS version, just so when you're doing those real hands-on missions, the opponent can't get that pistol off your belt and use it against you. And underneath it all, I have an LBX Assaulter's uniform, this time in tan. I do mix these up with different colors depending on the game and which team I'm fighting for. Down on my feet, I'm running a pair of Merrells, low tops for most of the faster games and the games that are indoor and urban environments. And then outdoor environments, I will switch those up to a different pair of boots like my Loa Zephyrs. And then for hand protection, I'm running my Outdoor Research Iron Sight gloves, which are probably my favorite pair of gloves on the market. You can imagine, I love these things, can't do without them. I think I'm my second or third set, and they're pretty darn affordable too. All right, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching my Tactical Gearheads. And if you guys want to see more of this, you can check out all the stuff on my channel over at youtube.com/Airsoftologist. Or you can see my underwear over at youtube.com/Airsoftologist. What's under here? I've got tactical, it's camouflage, I promise.
What's up, GI TV? Mark here from Airsoft GI, and this is my Tactical Gearheads from Milsim Events.
My name's Aaron. I'm the head tech of the Airsoft GI Tech Department. This is my Russian loadout for Tactical Gearheads.
Yeah, just lower.
Good, little lower?
Little lower.
Little lower?
Lower.
Is that good?
Perfect. To the tactical crab walk.